In the jingling of loose change, few of us pause to consider the stories carried on the smallest of coins. Yet tucked among dimes and pennies, a single nickel can bear a narrative that spans centuries, embodies artistic evolution, and culminates in a six-figure revelation. Today, we embark on the journey of one such treasure, the 2022 Pete Jefferson 5-cent nickel. At first glance, it's just another nickel stamped with Thomas Jefferson's portrait and Monticello on the reverse. But as we'll discover, a rare twist in its minting transformed this everyday piece of pocket change into a collector's holy grail worth $198,000. The Jefferson nickel has been a mainstay of American currency since 1938, replacing the iconic Buffalo nickel. Its original obverse featured Felix Schlage's dignified profile of the third president, and its reverse calmly displayed Jefferson's beloved Virginia home. Over the decades, small design tweaks marked anniversaries, special editions, and historical milestones. Yet for nearly 85 years, Schlage's vision endured, until 2022, when the U.S. Mint unveiled a bold new obverse by Jamie Frankie. That modern portrait captures a younger Jefferson in three-quarter view, his hair blowing to one side as if caught by the breeze of change. The finely incised letters "In God We Trust" hug the top rim, while a newly positioned P mint mark above Monticello nods to Philadelphia's role in production. Collectors buzzed with anticipation, eager to hold the first circulating nickel in decades to bear a completely fresh obverse design. From the first strike, the coin rolled out of the Philadelphia Mint in vast quantities, hundreds of millions of nickels stamped and released into circulation. In most cases, these coins would see a few years of service before quietly retiring to the scrap heap. But on a quiet morning last spring, a single 2022 P nickel defied that fate. Instead of the crisp relief expected under the press, this particular planchet received an astonishing double impression. Where one strike aligned perfectly, the second landed slightly to the left and lower, ghosting Jefferson's jawline and Monticello's columns into a haunting echo. The inscriptions wavered in tandem, as if rippling on water. Numismatic experts call this phenomenon a double strike error, one of the rarest collectibles because the minting process is designed to prevent any misfeeds of planchets. Yet here it was, a stunning anomaly born of mechanical misfortune. Word of this misstruck marvel spread through coin-collecting forums and auction houses like wildfire. Specialists clamored for photographs, close-up shots of the blurred 2022, the overlapping mint mark, the double motto. No two images looked quite the same, each specimen telling its own story of metal and force, of precision undone. When the piece finally went up for auction, bidders vied in rapid bids. The price leaped, first into 5 figures, then 6, and ultimately soared to $198,000. The year 2020 will forever be remembered as one of the most unprecedented times in modern history. The world was in the grip of a global pandemic. Economies were shaking. Daily life was changing in ways people never thought possible, and uncertainty hung heavy in the air. In the middle of all this chaos, the United States Mint continued its timeless duty, striking coins that would travel through the hands of millions, often unnoticed. Among the billions of coins produced that year was the 2020 Pete Jefferson nickel, a 5-cent piece minted in Philadelphia, carrying the familiar portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front and his historic Monticello home on the back. To most Americans, it was just another nickel, useful for paying sales tax or completing a vending machine purchase. But for those who understand the world of numismatics, certain examples of this coin hold a secret that could turn spare change into a small fortune. The Jefferson nickel, first introduced in 1938, has long been an American icon. Its design has evolved over the decades, and since 2006, the forward-facing portrait of Jefferson by sculptor Jamie Frankie has graced the obverse. The reverse features the enduring image of Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia estate, as envisioned by architect and original designer Felix Schlage. The P mint mark tells us it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the busiest facilities in the country. In 2020, despite global disruptions, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of nickels to keep commerce moving, but within those millions lie a select few that would become some of the most coveted modern coins in existence. The mass production of coins is a highly precise process, but perfection is difficult to maintain when striking so many pieces at such high speed. Small variations, anomalies, and minting errors inevitably occur. For the 2020 Pete Jefferson nickel, These can range from double-die obverse, where letters and numbers appear shadowed, to off-center strikes where part of the design is missing, to struck-through errors where foreign material leaves unusual impressions on the coin surface. Even without errors, a nickel preserved in immaculate, uncirculated condition, graded at the very highest level by professional grading services, can stand out from the crowd. While most of the 2020 nickels entered circulation and began to accumulate the tiny scratches and dings of daily life, a small fraction were set aside by collectors who recognized their potential. These pristine examples, with their sharp details, bright luster, and untouched surfaces, are the ones that could eventually fetch staggering sums. The advice from seasoned collectors is simple. If you have one of these coins in flawless condition, or especially one with a rare minting error, do not rush to sell it. The years 2023 to 2025 are expected to be a sweet spot for their value, as more collectors and investors turn their attention to modern rarities and the number of untouched survivors continues to shrink. The rise in value is not just speculation. The market has already begun to show the trend. Auction houses are reporting fierce competition for high-grade examples, with bidders willing to pay far beyond face value. The appeal lies in their combination of modern accessibility and genuine scarcity, especially for rare varieties. Modern coin collecting has gained fresh energy in recent years, with social media and online marketplaces making it easier than ever for collectors to connect, share discoveries, and drive demand for unique finds. The most extraordinary 2020 Jefferson nickel discovered so far has stunned even seasoned numismatists. Flawless in condition and featuring an extremely rare, dramatic minting anomaly, it was authenticated and graded at the highest tier possible. Its rarity and condition make it a one-of-a-kind modern treasure. Its market value has reached an astonishing $251,230. The idea that a coin minted just a few years ago, still carrying the scent of the 2020s in its metallic sheen, could rival the price of a luxury home or multiple years of college tuition, is a reminder of the magic hidden in the smallest corners of history. This is why patience can be the collector's most valuable tool. The 2020 Jefferson nickel is not just a piece of currency. It's a tangible artifact of a year that changed the world, a marker of both history and rarity. For those lucky enough to own one in exceptional condition, the best move might be to hold it tight and wait. Because in the world of numismatics, a few years can mean the difference between a modest profit and a life-changing windfall, and this coin story is only just beginning. The year 2022 marked a world still recovering from the global events of the early 2020s, a time of shifting economies, technological leaps, and a renewed appreciation for tangible history in a fast-moving digital age. Amid the chaos of markets, crypto booms and busts, and soaring inflation, the United States Mint quietly continued its timeless duty, striking coins that would pass from hand to hand, carrying both face value and silent stories. Among these was the 2022 Jefferson nickel, a coin that, to most people, was nothing more than 5 cents. Yet for those who know the deeper mysteries of numismatics, certain examples of this coin would prove to be far more than loose change. They would be hidden treasures with a value that could change a collector's life. The Jefferson nickel has been a familiar part of American currency since 1938, honoring the third president of the United States, Thomas Jefferson, with Felix Schlag's portrait gracing the obverse. Over the decades, the design evolved subtly, and in 2006, a new forward-facing portrait of Jefferson replaced the classic profile. The reverse, showing his beloved Monticello, remained a constant tribute to the man's architectural vision. By 2022, this design was as much a part of the American coinage landscape as the penny or the quarter. The Mint mark indicated these coins were struck at the Denver Mint, one of the busiest in the nation, responsible for producing hundreds of millions of nickels that year alone. But in the vast world of mass production, even the most modern minting processes cannot eliminate rarity. When striking billions of coins, variations are inevitable. A slight misalignment of dies, a double die obverse creating ghost-like lettering, a struck-through error where a piece of debris leaves an odd indentation, or even a rare die clash where the designs imprint faintly where they shouldn't. For the 2022 Jefferson nickel, certain rare error coins and pristine, high-grade examples have already begun to attract the attention of sharp-eyed collectors. First, these coins circulated quietly, passing through grocery store checkouts, gas stations, and coffee shop counters, their future potential hidden in plain sight. Some ended up in change jars forgotten at the back of kitchen drawers. Others went directly into the hands of collectors who recognized the importance of keeping them in untouched, uncirculated condition. In the world of coin collecting, timing is everything, which is why, for certain examples of the 2022 D-nickel, the advice is simple. Don't sell now. Between 2023 and 2025, the numismatic market has shown growing interest in modern rarities, especially those with exceptional grades or dramatic errors. Coins still in pristine condition today may skyrocket in value in just a few years, as the number of flawless survivors inevitably dwindles. Collectors and investors alike are increasingly aware of this trend, leading to a quiet but steady buying pressure on high-quality 2022 D. Jefferson nickels. Auction houses are already noting strong prices for the best examples, with intense bidding battles for coins graded at the highest possible levels by professional grading services. The allure is simple. Scarcity drives value. Out of the millions minted, only a fraction survive in truly perfect condition. Even fewer have the kinds of minting errors that collectors dream about. And when those rare traits combine, perfection and a striking anomaly, the result is numismatic gold. This is the reason experienced collectors advise patience. Selling now might bring a quick profit, but holding could lead to a staggering payday. Already, one flawless specimen, boasting an extraordinary and rare minting error, has captured the attention of the collecting world. Expertly preserved and verified by top-tier grading, this coin story has turned it into a modern legend, and its value has reached an astonishing $202,000. To think that a nickel, struck just a short time ago, could command a sum that rivals the cost of a luxury home or a high-end sports car is nothing short of remarkable. This is the magic of numismatics, where history, craftsmanship, and rarity intersect to transform everyday pocket change into extraordinary treasures. The 2022 D. Jefferson nickel reminds us that sometimes the future value of a coin isn't fully understood at the moment it's minted. And for those lucky enough to have one of these exceptional examples in their possession, the best move might be to wait. Because in the world of coin collecting, patience is often the difference between a modest gain and a life-changing fortune.